Hopefully, y'all are doing well on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday night. We're going to watch a new East Palestine coverage video, not sponsored by the mainstream media and government, because they're not really reporting on it too good. It's pretty much just been left as, oh, it's pretty under control. But a lot of the shit I've been seeing has been saying opposite. What does that say? That means the government's lying to you, or the mainstream news. Huh, shocker there. All right, but nonetheless, though, we're going to go ahead and pop up a tab here and find this real quick for you guys. All right, so let's see. Go to YouTube. Pressure compel those posters. Time for acceptance and exposure. Gonna be rappers on the poster. All I hear is new chain, big house, back card, so boring. None of that is lies, man. It's so corny. Death threats coming every other day for me. That's not the one I wanted to go to, but let's go. Triggered, but YouTube is too big. Middle fingers. I won't apologize or want to. God damn it, Redacted. You just keep adding more and more. Fucking Christ. I'm gonna have to add even more notes now. Alright, let's talk about the banking. Alright. It's another video we'll be doing. Banking collapse in America and across the world. The central banking system. Oh, it downgraded to negative now. Oh boy. Our fucking favorite, man. Alright, let's see. So, find this one in East Palestine here real quick. Talk about it. It's from just roughly a week ago, I believe. It's from 6 days ago. So I found it yesterday or the day before, and I thought I'd do a video on it or like talk about it here on stream first. 1 second, I need to hook my PC up so that way I can see it just like you guys are on the same time and still be able to reach chat. So 1 second, I'll be right back, you guys. So let's see here. Switch to this. I had a new audio source for you guys here too, real quick. Alrighty, so audio. Do Mozilla. But yeah, no, this shit's kind of crazy. Like some of the stuff these people are saying, it's when you get actual feeds from the fucking right people, it's a hell of a lot fucking better. God damn, those look a lot brighter. Why does it look like it's fucking frozen? It's goofy as shit. Alright. I guess we'll just have to go into see if this will work again. And Streamlabs just wants to be goofy as shit. Sorry about the audio problems here, chat. I don't know why the fucking not even Mozilla. It's not Mozilla. It's fucking, you know, Streamlabs OBS doing its fun shit again. Hmm. Oh, that might be fucking why. 3 instead, not that shit. God damn it. Sometimes you boil a little slow, you guys. I ain't gonna lie. That. There we go. Now that should help. My bad, you guys. I'm a little slow sometimes.
Really? Who,
all right,
if
so now I'll go
I
ahead
got a
and
neighbor,
get
and right now,
all right. Um, yup. They don't care about people. Nope. That's why they didn't meet their safety standards like they should have, which caused the derailment. Oh, hey, this is the dude who covered the whole video from Redacted that we saw. I'm fucking happy as shit. That's awesome. Really, really true statement, man. Not gonna lie. That's exactly how it should be. Like, it shouldn't be about all this other stuff. It's about, well, what about the food and water supply? What about the people? What's going to happen to them? And it's not really totally about that. It's more about, oh, let's see how we can preserve our money for fucking this big corporation or business conglomerate as per usual. And, you know, the system and the government are all doing that too. Like, the mainstream media is just portraying the same message that Norfolk Southern is putting out, and the government is doing the exact same. And what does that tell you? I mean, it shows you that it's not really, oh, they care. It's more like they're just putting out a message on repeat, which serves an agenda. And this company does not give a shit about its people, and it's not that hard to tell. So to me, it's just like a part of the cog in the machine of how the system doesn't give a shit about people enough. You feel me? But we'll get back to this though. That'll happen 50 years down the line. So when you see the infomercials, so when you guys see the infomercials down the line, you know, oh, were you affected by such and such a drug? Well, if you had distilled births, birth rate or birth issues, miscarriages, cancer, melanoma because of this drug, you can get a class action settlement now. Call this number at 1-800. Fuck the government. Well, that's generally how it goes. Like people, there's something like this in New Jersey, and it took them almost 5 years to a decade to actually start getting legal action taken. And you don't see that on the mainstream news. Well, where's that? Oh, I don't know. But yeah. Playing Call of Duty. And boo! They say it's controlled release yet for over a month. A month. Actually, no, more. Almost 2 months. There was acid rain in various places across Ohio. Fish and, dead animals turning up along the Ohio River and parts of the Mississippi. Livestock farms reporting dead or sick animals, etc. You could see fish belly side up. Like, we'll talk about it here in this, more than likely, I bet. But, like, fucking ridiculous, dude. It's a under controlled burn. It's a controlled explosion, actually. But yeah, no. They at least need to let them know what's going on. Exactly. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. The fact of the matter, the multi-billion-dollar corporation does not give a shit about fucking safety and people's safety. The people that they're supposed to serve, they're supposed to be a union-based company, right? But there's nothing. They don't even help their own fucking workers. They can't even get sick days half the time. You do enough research on it, it's out there. Russell Brand talked about how they weren't even getting sick day leaves. They were worried they're going to get penalized and shit like that. And the fact of the matter, they also workers already know that it's not safe to work and they're scared to work in it, but they have to make money so they can sustain themselves in our current fucked up society. That they're working in extremely unsafe conditions where brakes on fucking trains aren't fixed or the tracks themselves are fucked up, which causes and did cause a train derailment. Like, and the multi-billion-dollar corporation, they did all that shit and didn't keep up the safety standards and all that so they can make more money. You're telling me a multi-billion-dollar corporation cannot fix their shit? To me, that just shows the corporate agenda of, oh, let's make money and not give a shit about making things safe and taking care of our workers, our people, our communities, around these areas. It just shows you that it's not very fucking ethical. It's really fucked up, just like many other things we've talked about before on the YouTube channel. Oh, shocker there. Man, dude, that's so fucked up, isn't it? It's not the EPA standards, and we're not going to talk about the EPA and how much stuff they are. But nonetheless, though, they have a standard that they're generally supposed to follow, and it's been in place for however many years. You feel me? Like, that should be the bare minimum of the test that's supposed to meet for all this stuff. If it's not properly tested, that means that people aren't getting proper information, which means they could be exposed even longer to toxic chemicals. That's why it's so fucked up that they sat there and cleared this stuff out. What's up, Gamer King? How are you doing, bro? Isn't any audio? That's been showing up on my end. Oh, damn. You know what? I fucked up. I done goofed. Thank you, Gamer King. I appreciate you. Nonetheless, people can still hear me talking at least. Goddamn. All right, we're going to switch. Add audio source. Your boy forgot. But thank you, Brian. I appreciate you. Or what? It's good now. Wait, so you can hear everything? Or are you talking about just like me in general? Alright. Alright, now it should work.
The first place.
Why the fuck would you let Norfolk do that? Like, why would you let them clean up their own mess? They have every reason to just cover it up.
This is what the only thing that I've received from Norfolk so far. This is just a little pamphlet just telling us about what they've done. 3,150 cubic yards of contaminated soil.
Bro, that's
and
fucked.
942,000 gallons of contaminated water. And that's been the narrative since this started was,
Yup.
guys, it's okay. You know, we've got this. We're
Goofy
cleaning it
ass
up.
shit, dude.
We've made a lot of progress on environmental remediation. We've dug up 4,600 cubic yards of soil and collected 1.7 million gallons of water.
We got the wildlife officers out there every day checking our creeks. Everything's dead. Nothing comes around. We used to have birds. We
Oh,
used to have
it's
all
under
kinds of stuff.
control.
Water that's bothering them. Something else.
Oh, it's okay to, you know, return home and stay in there and release the 1 mile fucking evacuation. It's actually 5 miles, by the way. Anything within a 5 mile radius was contaminated potentially. It's crazy. Crazy that they fucking did that shit. But that stuff was happening still. Tell me, is that really show it's okay? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe are they gonna get sick? All the people in town? I don't know.
She's not manufacturing. She's sick. I've had her at the emergency room 3 times.
I'm being exposed to something in my house. The doctor diagnosed me with contact dermatitis due to chemical exposure.
I try to.
That right there, like she got dermatitis from a chemical exposure, which is probably the vinyl chloride mixed with all the other chemicals that are in there. There's, I believe, like 7 different chemicals on there. Vinyl chloride was the most toxic out of all of them. Yeah, no, exactly. Only 5 miles. In the whole fucking Ohio River, there's animals turning up dead or sick, and livestock farmers are reporting it. So you got the right idea, Gamer King. Remember, you guys. Remember. Hold on. Prevalent. Fuck the system. All right.
Into my house, I start feeling like I'm literally about to black out. We're not dumb. They think they can just throw a bunch of science words around and then just expect us not to question it. I just really like to know what exactly they're doing at this point. In Norfolk, personally,
You got some pretty
I'd like to
fucking
know if
eyes, man.
They're getting sick with CDC symptoms, and why are they just not taking that seriously? I mean, they match the symptoms identically, and they're just still like, oh, those are unrelated.
Got me like my dick in your ass gonna be unrelated in a second.
High School Auditorium, the last of a 3-day event with national political figures coming through here. The first being Trump, the second being Pete Buttigieg, and now Aaron Brockovich.
Aaron
I
Brockovich.
can't tell you how many communities feel that these moments are the biggest gaslight of their life because you experienced it. You have symptoms, but you're going to be told it's safe. You're going to be told not to worry. Well, that's just rubbish.
Right. That's to keep mass panic down so people don't end up getting backlash for how shitty they were and doing what they initially should have done to begin with, and how shitty our government, the fucking mainstream media, and Norfolk Southern and other big fucking corporations like it are. They're going to, oh, it's okay. You know, it's okay. Just calm down now. How about you calm the fuck down? My shit fucking fucked up here, bro. My water's contaminated. There's fish dying. My pet's gotten sick. I'm fucking diagnosed with dermatitis. And you want to tell me it's okay? I don't fucking think so. Wait, how about the acid rain that's in Ohio? Oh, hey, oh, that's totally right. Oh, it looks like fucking snow when I pick it up. It's foaming when it hits the ground. It's totally okay. Lady's got the right impression.
This is all happening as the Environmental Protection Agency takes over the next phase of the cleanup process. In practice, that means that Norfolk is still leading the day-to-day operations, while the EPA monitors their progress. But the EPA plans to use its powers to force Norfolk to foot the entire bill for the cleanup. And if the company fails to finish the job, the EPA will do it themselves and invoice Norfolk for 3 times the original cost.
I want you all to know that we are holding Norfolk Southern accountable for putting this community in harm's way.
The EPA has a spotty track record of showing up, rushing to say everything's fine, then leaving people without the support they really need. We saw it in Flint, and we're already seeing...
Dude, for real. Think about that. Flint, Michigan. Huge fucking thing, right? It's still not fixed. I checked an article like in 2020, and it was still fucked up as far as I was aware of. Flint, Michigan has not had safe drinking water for the longest fucking time. Since it came out in like 2017, 2016 even. Maybe even sooner than I can't remember anymore. But like it was over like 5+ years and they still didn't have the problem fucking fixed. It's crazy, dude. And we're supposed to have all these places that are supposed to fix it, or at least be like, well, we don't know what the fuck we can do right now. Like at least admit that, you know. But it's crazy. I just thought I should bring that up. Like it's been over 5+ years and Flint, Michigan still does not have clean drinking water to this day, as far as I'm aware of. I'll double check real quick here. Oh, wow, shocker there. They developed, even though they were told it was safe, they fucking, you know, have deep distrust in the government and their drinking water. It's crazy. So let's see. That's 7 years old. Bro, that's crazy. That would have been it would have been over 5 years for that. So we have our answer then. At least. All right, we're going to get back to this though.
Seeing some signs that it might be happening here. Recently, the EPA said that their own testing shared that the air and water near the crash was... But Texas A&M researchers using the same data found elevated levels of 9 pollutants that could be linked to serious long-term health risks.
Oh, shocker there.
For residents, all of this can feel like a repeat of how Norfolk Southern has been handling the response in the last few weeks.
The fact that they gave Norfolk that entire responsibility was just beyond me. I just don't know. I hope the EPA can make it right, but I did talk to several federal EPA people already that didn't know. They just didn't know.
Which I think they should have just been blatantly honest with us, you know? They should have just come
Yeah.
right out in the beginning.
Admitted, like, we fucked up.
This could be a while. You know, hold on because you don't know what's going to happen.
And that's the uncomfortable truth. No one really knows what the long-term health effects of all of this will be.
When you burn vinyl chloride, it forms dioxins, which are itself their own very hazardous form of chemical and are very, very persistent over long periods of time.
Oh, shocker there.
At the Center for Biological Diversity. We asked her about the EPA stepping in and what they can realistically promise residents.
What are the full costs and how long will it take us to know what they really are?
That's a good question because no one knows. It's going to be years and years and years before we really understand the full costs. A lot of these cancers don't manifest themselves right away, so the harms that folks might.
That's a lot of fucking people, dude. A whole fucking city. That vinyl chloride, the 5 carts of it that they fucking had, could have blown the whole city off the fucking map. If it wasn't intended to, which it was already burning for 20 fucking miles and sparking. There's a security camera in, what is it, Salem, Ohio? Fucking caught it just like sparking and burning underneath the fucking car and shit. 20 miles away from East Palestine where it crashed at. And, yeah, a lot of cases like this, it ends up being cancer and fucking miscarriage, etc. It's once you see it enough, it kind of just becomes pretty easy to spot, and that's generally how it's going to go. You have people who develop dermatitis from it. They'll develop cancer more than likely, etc. And they're all told, oh, it's okay and it's safe. My ass, I wouldn't want to live in the state of Ohio no more. I'd probably be moving out of state and moving with family or something. We're just getting the fuck out and be like, well, we're going to start anew in other places. But yeah, like prolonged exposure to that will develop cancer or some serious health risks more than likely. It's just crazy. I would have been up a fucking tree and I would have been pissed as shit. Like, I would be protesting and being rebellious. I'd be like, yeah, no, it's time to act. And I'd be covering all of it because, you know, fuck the system, man. We got to keep it 1,000,000% real. But yeah.
It's not going to be readily apparent. The best case scenario is that Norfolk Southern pays a ton of money to these folks.
They owe us
if they do.
They owe us our health. They owe us 5-10 years from now when.
So, like, you also got to think, you guys, that... Hold on. Let me switch here. You guys also have to think the fact of the matter that within a few hours, people get used to the smell that's in the air there. There's a reporter who did stuff on this, and within an hour, he couldn't smell it anymore. Like, people reported within an hour, he couldn't smell the Swedish rubbery sort of smell anymore. And for the first hour as well, too, you'd have a really scratchy throat. Like, and that's from the vinyl chloride or those dioxins the, like, biochemist or engineer or whatever was talking about. That will cause your throat to feel like that. It's just the same with, whatchamacallit? Diesel fuel. So, like, when you are around buses and stuff like that in a huge concentrated area, like, say, in the school parking lot where they have all the kids picked up by the buses and shit. I remember in junior high very, very well the feeling of having my sinuses plugged up and really more than anything, the back of my throat being scratchy as shit from being around all the fumes and everything like that. I did not like it at all and I did not feel good. And I guarantee you that's exactly how it felt. Was that sort of agitated, swelled, scratchy feeling in the back of your throat, plus the sweet smell, if not even worse than what was reported on, because, you know, I wasn't there. But nonetheless, it's not going to be comfortable at all, but people just kind of get used to it over time and it becomes normal because our bodies adapt to it. But just thought I should bring that up, though.
Things are going on.
I just don't know how these type of, like, sympathy bust out the checkbook, man, and start paying people to clean this shit up the right way.
These Palestine residents have already taken it upon themselves to file multiple lawsuits against the company. But Norfolk Southern is counting on the cost of this cleanup to barely impact their bottom line.
It fucking is, Gaber Kig. It fucking is, bro. Like, to me, it doesn't come as a surprise to me anymore. I've seen so much shit that none of this surprises me. Like, it's so fucked up, the fact that we live in a society like this, and we're supposed to go back to normal after the pandemic. The pandemic, our definition of normal was like this shit. This is not normal. This is not okay. That's a fucked up normal. Like, it's just crazy, dude. People don't realize that yet. I mean, the Great Awakening's among us, you feel me? People are waking up to the shit finally and, like, starting to not deal with it anymore. But normal should not be like that.
The thing is, they actually plan for catastrophes like this. And if they're lucky, they can even profit from them.
Bro, why is that a thing? Oh, if they're lucky, they can even profit from them. That should not be a fucking thing, dude. These fucking big businesses are thugs, dude. They're straight up fucking thugs. Yeah, no, you know why there's more crime? Here, hold on. So, Brian, you know why there's more crime lately? It's because of the shitty socioeconomics of our country. We have people who sit there and fuck up the economy. If we could fix our economy alone, you know how much better people would be mentally? They feel more secure and able to provide, etc. We'd have less mental health issues and people would actually be a lot more helpful. Or, you know, if we also invested in psychology and like holistic things, spiritual practices like meditation, etc., which we're seeing more of an emergence now, but it's generally for like a facade for a lot of companies like Amazon, for instance. They have a meditation booth and it's like not even 5 feet. It's like 4x4 or something like it might be 4x4 or 5x5 feet. It's just a literal fucking like rectangular box that people can just stand in to have their wind down time and not, you know, get shit like they're supposed to. And they don't let people unionize. They have propaganda all over their bathroom fucking stalls saying, "Oh, don't let them take away your stuff by trying to unionize." Unionization is what got us to have a better society initially. Now our unions are corrupt even too. But Bezos is a whole nother story. But yeah, like these big corporations are just straight fucking thugs. They'll do shit like this all the fucking time, and it's all about that. And if we fix the economy, we won't have to worry about people having more mental health issues and going to do crimes to get money or feel the need to perform crimes to get resources they need or want even. Like if you have a better society economically, that stuff's less likely to happen. That's the thing. You study economics and then you study the social aspect of it. If we had better like systems in place, we wouldn't have this problem. But the government's too busy manipulating people and making them really sensitive so they're easy to manipulate and control to get more money and take advantage of. You see it with LGBTQ community and like women's rights movements currently. It's crazy because they'll sit there and do that. Like whatchamacallit? Fuck. The Black Lives Matter company or organization, they spend all their money. Half their shit has not gone to help. Like, so much has not gone to help the African American community. Their like co-president invested in 4 different fucking like mansions and shit like that for herself and her family instead of actually using it to help African American communities around the U.S., which it should be. Now they can try to defend it, whatever, but like that was the case, and I didn't see anything on it for like several months or like half a year at least. I think I saw it in the past 2 months, maybe, that talked about it, and I didn't want to bother reading it because I don't trust half the shit out there about them because they've shown that they care more about profits than their own fucking like people.
Yes, ma'am. Train derailment? Yes, ma'am. It's something blowing off all over the town down here.
In 2005, Norfolk Southern fought accountability for a similar disaster that they caused in South Carolina, which killed 9 people and led
Get
to
up
the
there, Farah.
hospitalization of over 500. The company was ultimately forced to pay $4 million in fines to the federal government and over $10 million in settlements, a far cry from what was needed to cover the actual harm inflicted on that community.
Just lay down, dude.
But now, investors on Wall Street are pointing to this example as a reason why Norfolk Southern's value is unlikely to be impacted by the disaster in East Palestine, and why now might actually be a great time to buy Norfolk Southern stock. It's important to remember, this isn't some huge conspiracy. For companies like Norfolk Southern, destroying an entire town like this is just the cost of doing business.
And that should not be a thing. It should not just be a cost of doing business. That shows a lack of morality and efficacy in the company's like structuring or how it does its own business. Ethics should be one of the first main points of any sort of business, is taking care of those that you are providing a service to. Making sure that they are safe and that they are comfortable and taken care of, etc. Like, those should always be one of the top, no, it should be the top priority over anything else. Should be safety and efficacy, and then next thing should be providing, you know, service that makes people extremely fucking happy. You feel me? Like, it shouldn't just be, oh, well, we do it at the expense of people, fuck them, you know, or like, oh, we need to make this money, so fuck the people. And it's like, no, you should care about their safety more than anything else, and then second should be giving them outstanding, like, service, you know, and having good quality standards with good quality service and like kind care and consideration. You feel me? Like that's how I was raised. You feel me? That's why I always got good fucking customer sales freaking like surveys, scores, etc. I always have people telling my managers that I'm really good at my job and I'm really kind and really nice and I deserve a raise and vice versa because I know what people want. They want nothing but the blunt, honest fucking truth. And I always told them that I didn't give a shit about the sales. I'm like, hey, look, this is better for what you need. So I'm going to give you that instead of what's more pricier because that's all I care about. I want you to be met and feel like you're being heard and having your needs met. In addition to, I want you to feel comfortable around me. Like, I don't want you to feel like I'm going to try to just butter you up so I can get money out of you to give to a greedy corporation, or like a big corporation potentially. I want you to understand that I'm not here to take advantage of you. I am here to help. That is what we are here to do for each other in our human experience here on this earth, is to help one another and to evolve and grow as a society and a culture, in addition to, preserving our planet in the best way possible. But
by J.P. Morgan, Vanguard, and BlackRock. Alan Shaw's a pawn. He's a pawn. He makes $8 million a year. Yeah. $8 million a year. He lives in an 8,000-foot square mansion. He doesn't care about the people.
I'm angry. I'm angry about this. I've lived in East Palestine for 65 years now. That's my home. I don't feel safe in this town now. You took it away from me. You took us away from us.
To you, look me in the eye. I can't hit you with my pocketbook. I can't touch you with anything other than my heart. And listen to me, please. My grandchildren, my children want out. It's not safe here, sir. We're sick. You breathe. You are no different than any other man. I want to be as close to you as I can, sir. If you want our trust, I'm begging you, by the grace of God, please get our people out of here.
It fucking irritates the shit out of me, dude. It enrages me so much. Oh, man, I'm a fucking crybaby too, but like, I love fucking
the one
people.
That I grew up in has been dealing with polluting industry for a long time. There's a picture from 1981 of a person in a hazmat costume protesting the construction of the nation's largest hazardous waste incinerator. That person is my mom, and the incinerator is just down the road.
That's dope
from
as
where
shit.
The train derailed in East Palestine. Contaminants from this disaster are being burned off there right now. Heavy polluters have always been in Columbiana County, and for the longest time, it felt almost impossible to speak out against them. This time feels different.
I think it brought attention to a lot of people, especially in like Sleepy Little East Palestine, that never really questioned a lot of things that, like big things like that. Because I mean, it is a big thing. You think politics don't involve you until they directly involve you.
I'm glad she brought up that point. That is complacency that is taught by the system. They're like, oh, well, politics don't involve me. Oh, it's all the way over there. It can't happen to me. And then, until it does. It's like, how can you act like that? You can't. Like, that's the thing. You'd be like, oh, it's not going to affect me. It always has like a domino effect. It happens in one place, and it keeps falling and falling and falling and falling. And oh, look, here's you. It happens to you. Like... That's the thing, and people don't realize that. It's like the same thing with the banking industry currently, and like central banking, which is fucked up. Places in Africa having their banking systems closed. We now have, that was in the past month or so, and now we have the Silicon Valley Bank, which is like one of the largest banks in the U.S. that closed its doors, and people with over $2 million on average for a deposit in their accounts. Or like in their accounts, can only get $250,000 recovered by the FDIC, which, mind you, rich people are people too, you feel me? Not all of them are bad, and that's fucked up. They should have the ability to get their money, and I'm glad they're able to get some money at least, but like, that's over $100 million, or $1 million fucking dollars. Like, that's crazy, dude. They can recover from it and all that, you feel me? But who knows? Maybe it's going to be a lot harder on them now, and they shouldn't have to deal with that. It's not their fault these companies are being like this. But yeah, like people are losing their money. It's affecting average everyday people with Wells Fargo, Chase banking, etc. Like you have people at fucking the Bank of America ATMs that couldn't get their money out or anything like that. They just had money missing or they were negative in their accounts and they didn't agree for that to happen or get any knowledge or like notifications. It just happened. Like how messed up is that? You just oh yeah, you look in your account. Oh damn, shit, honey, we don't have any money. We can't get food now. Why? Because it's gone. We're actually negative, and I didn't even spend any money. Like, and that's how it is. It's happening right now. And it's getting worse, and that's why I'm doing a YouTube video on it for this week. People don't realize it, and they need to wake the fuck up and start investing in gold and precious metals and inflation bonds. The paper dollar value is going to shit. It is going to shit. Oh look, there's a 222.
Norfolk Southern disaster was big enough to shock people out of their political corners and raise questions about how business. How do you measure profits and stock prices against the value of people's lives, against clean air or clean water and soil? Can politicians really take money from corporations and be expected to hold them accountable? And who is the government?
Like, all those fucking kids, dude. Seeing those kids inside their homes while this shit's happening, you know how much that pisses me the fuck off? And how sad that makes me? And, like, it infuriates me, dude. Those kids are getting contaminated fucking air that's gonna fuck them up and give them some sort of fucking health issues. Probably when they're my age, or, like, people in their 30s or 40s, etc. Like, it's so fucked up, and it's all because lack of accountability and doing what's right and everything else. There's a lack of ethics in our society, and like people need to wake the fuck up to it. It's not just black versus white or vice versa, all that bullshit you see on the fucking mainstream news that they try promoting here. It's homophobia and all this and transphobia and everything like that. They all use that. Mind you, I'm not going to deny there's issues within those particular fields, like racism is still prevalent to a degree. Homophobia is as well too, and transphobia, although it's a lot more supportive of that stuff as a whole now, but the system weaponizes that to use it to make people fight against each other, you know? Like, trans movement, that's a thing and working in progress right now. I will never, ever deny that. But, like, the gay community has so much support now and a lot more equality rights as a whole than they used to entirely, and a lot of people don't fucking realize that. It's sad, and mind you, there's a lot of states still that are kind of fucked up about it. I'm not gonna deny there are still a couple that are, but it's made a lot of fucking progress. You feel me? I feel like everybody should, mind you, take all the negative shit happening with a grain of salt, or like what hasn't happened, and just work towards that being better. But like us just fighting against each other and shit like that is just fucking doing nothing but wasting time. You know, talk to the people that are more opening to listen, or like open to listen, and just present information, and everything will fall in place. And yes, fuck the system, Brian. But yeah, shit's just fucked up though, man. Like all those kids and everything like that, they're inside their homes, and it aggravates me, man. Like seeing them inside their houses like that and all that shit's going on. You know how pissed off I would be? I would be enraged. I am enraged. Like, but it'd be so much worse if I was there right now. I literally would be at their fucking throats and be like, you need to fucking fix this shit. Because I swear to God, I will come to your house and I will expose you to chemicals that are toxic and see how you fucking feel about it. And see how much, oh wait, you're gonna use all that fucking millions of dollars you have to sit there and fix it for yourself, but not your fucking fellow man. You know? But yeah.
Anyway.
And it just feels like we're screaming into the void. It really, really, truly does. I wish it wasn't up to us to have to do everything ourselves. Like, I mean, I just want to go back to like a normal life and do the stuff I want to do. Like, not just try to figure out how to like avoid this like chemical apocalypse right now.
We might not have the Palestine that everybody wants, but I think it's definitely a possibility for us to at least be safe somewhere.
Yeah.
With everybody's voice and a continuous cry from the community, it's not too late.
It takes a lot to go toe-to-toe with a $55 billion company, and I think that company is counting on people to return back to normal and to not speak up about it.
Staying complacent. That is what they're expecting. They're expecting people to do what the fuck they're brainwashed and taught to do by the fucked up system, to stay complacent and not do shit about it and just accept it as the new normal. Oh, wait, where did we see that before? Could it be, I don't know, coronavirus? The vaccines? All the fucking pills and shit that could have helped people, or all the really fucked up medical enforcements for procedures and shit like that, for just experimental jabs or things that were proven not to really be that beneficial. Just saying, like, the draconian policies around masks and vaccines, which violated the Nuremberg Code, international law made after Nazi Germany, and also several. Well, I know at least Illinois' state, like Health and Care Act, and then probably at least a few other states as well too. It's really fucked up, but.
Kind of let whatever happens to their town happen to their town, but those people are clearly set on taking a different path. And I wish them all the luck in the world, which they will need. Norfolk Southern can get that.
Yeah. I love this man. He's a beacon of light for all those in the dark right now. You feel me? And I stand with him. It's fucked up. And, like, I'm glad he has the mother that he did, because that's fucking awesome as shit. His mother raised him well, and, like, good job to his mom, like, for real. Good job, Mom, because you raised a fucking fantastic-ass son there. For real. But, alright. I've been talking for over 40 fucking 7 minutes. At least fucking, goddamn, 42 of it I've been talking. Off and on. But, yeah. We're going to play some Pokemon Unite, though. I'll have to end stream and then continue this, because I want this to, you know, keep going. Or, like, to be in the right category. Twitch is kind of weird sometimes. It'll do, like, a divided stream and everything like that. But, you know, so if you guys definitely like this, I'll do this more. Feel free to let me know. I'm trying to. Just talking about stuff and all that on this. But I will do more of this, though, like, a certain day of the week. And anybody in the Discord, if you guys find any interesting videos about stuff like this, feel free to let me know. And yes, fuck the system, right? Fuck the system. But, man. Yeah, doing stuff like this makes me really happy, though, because I get to talk about this stuff, and it comes a lot more from the heart. Okay, I got you, bro. But we're going to go ahead and hop over onto Pokemon Unite. If you guys want to stick around and, like, just click on the stream here, it'll literally take me, like, a minute, no less. I just got to switch everything over. Where is my intermission overlay? So we got that, and I got to switch everything over on my PC, but I will be back momentarily, my dudes. No, I don't want that. I want Spotify. That's hilarious. I'm not even using... Oh, I know what it's doing. That's why. All right, but nonetheless, though, my dudes, I'll be back here shortly. And if I didn't see you, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. And don't forget to, you know, stay positive and stay strong. But until next time, don't forget to live long and prosper. Take care and peace. Keep it 1,000,000% real. And remember, as always, until next time, if I don't see you again, fuck the system.